summer in here. Yeah, me too. You know what? I was very honored when Mike contacted me about hosting this panel because it talks about struggle. And I think so many people come to conference and they think that they're the only ones that are struggling. They look at the people that walk across the stage and they think they had it easy. They don't know my struggle. I'm different. And I want you to know that everybody struggles. Everyone. Even if they look like they have it together, they still struggle. So we're going to talk about struggles and how to overcome those struggles. We all signed up for $99 as a brand new distributor. We took that leap of faith and said yes. And you know what? We struggled to get those first 4 loyal customers, each and every one of us. We also struggled to get those distributors right off the bat. We struggled to go Ruby, but you know what we never did? Is we never gave up. So we're going to talk about struggles. And we're going to talk to Kim about what it looked like for her as a brand new distributor and what struggles she specifically dealt with. So Kim, when you signed up as a brand new distributor, in what year again?
2012.
Okay, so almost 4 years ago. What did it look like for you? Was everything perfect?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, when I first got started, I saw the opportunity. I saw what I could make $600, and that would be really neat. But I had no clue what I was doing. I was in hotels. I didn't know how to sell a wrap. I mean, I avoided the sales department in the hotels because I didn't want to ever do sales, and so I had no clue what I was doing. So that, and me being a green, that didn't sit well with me because I need to know, what am I doing, and you can't do that in this business. So you just got to run with it. But,
so I love that you said you're green, and all of you that know that personality color is something that they have to know everything about, everything before they got started. But you didn't do that, so you overcame that very quickly.
Yes, I did. Do you want me to talk about that? Okay. So what I realized was, even though I didn't know what I was doing, I saw your store. You had just promoted to ambassador in October that year, and I saw Chrissy DeJesus. I saw what they were doing, and I realized that they were normal. And if they could do it, then I could do it. They were staying home with their kids. I could stay home with my kids. So when I got that knowledge, I got this fire inside me, and all I wanted to do was go tell everyone. So I didn't need all of the information at that point. I didn't need it. I just wanted to go tell everybody that they could stay home with their kids too. So it was kind of that ignorance on fire. I just ran out and wanted to tell the world.
Now you talked about something that I loved, about how you overcame very quickly, about for every yes that you got, set you up for what?
Yeah, for every no that I got, for every no that I got, I knew that there was a yes coming, and that yes would get me another yes in the future. So I went out and I was determined to get 5 more no's because I knew I was going to get a yes. And that yes, when you get that yes, that emotion, when you find somebody that needs this business like you did, that feeling, you're on top of the world, it pushes you through the next 5 no's to get to your next yes, because you know that you're helping people do the same thing that you're doing.
I love that, because we are going to get no's,
yes,
and we're going to get a lot more no's than we do yeses, but we don't need all yeses, guys. We just need a very few yeses to get another few yeses, to then get another few. So thank you, Kim. Yeah. All right, Chad, you were a brand new distributor one time, right? And you had struggles, and I know one amazing thing about you and Jeree is that you were on board from the very, very beginning, and you were on board together. Now, most couples, the men come in later in the business, but you were pretty on board right in the beginning. So talk to me about your particular newbie struggles as a brand new man, because there's a lot of men out in this crowd. As a brand new man in this business, what did your struggles look like?
Well, I remember I was in the military at the time, so I was at a training, and Jeree started blowing up my phone with these before and after pictures. And I'm thinking, what is this crazy thing? One of them actually had the back of the lady's legs, and one was bigger than the other one, and I thought, oh, they give you one for free, and then you either walk with a wobble, or you wrap the other leg, right? So I had to know that it would work. And then once we saw it would work, and we decided to become distributors, the next thing is just all those fears. I'd done a few different companies in the past, and it ended up being a big waste of time.
I know that's one thing that you said to me when we were on the phone, is, Lori, the first thing that I felt was, the time that I'm spending in this business, is it going to pay off? Like, or am I just wasting my time?
Yeah, and that's one thing I was worried about, because I knew that we would have to go out and share this with people, and I knew we would need people to enroll as customers and distributors, and I was just, will people think I'm silly, for recommending this, or think this is ridiculous? Will they believe that it could actually work enough to let us try it on them?
I love that. So how did you, I know you talked a little bit about overcoming that, but more specifically, you saw that fruit right away when you got to work, right?
Right, we did, and Jeree wrapped and had incredible results right away, and then my sister did, and then my mother-in-law. So I had those pictures in my phone, and the before and after pictures, and I was so excited about that, I just started sharing with people, and Jeree sharing with people, and we just kept...
You started rapping. You started rapping right away. You said, the one that raps the most wins, right?
That's what we knew, is putting the raps on people. Whoever raps the most people makes the most money. So all we knew was rap people.
Rap, rap, rap.
Rap.
And then rap leads to those weekly bonuses. And I know you said that made a world of difference for you and your family.
Yeah, it just seemed like the common next step was people were excited, and it was just a natural transition into becoming a loyal customer or distributor. So we were just doing one-on-one appointments at our house as often as people would come by. I think we wrapped over 50 people the very first month and ended up with a lot of customers and distributors.
So I think that you would pretty much say that success only comes because of your action. Action is a direct equalizer to success, gets you to that success.
Yes.
Thank you, Chad.
Definitely.
All right, Tiffany, you were brand new one time, and you're like hot, 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 on fire. And I'm sure nobody in this room even thinks that you were a brand new distributor at one point. So talk to me about your struggles as a brand new distributor. What did it look like for you?
Okay, so my struggles as a distributor are probably a lot of the same ones that you guys have. So I want everyone in this room who has a hater or a doubter or someone telling them that they're not good enough for this business or that they can't do it, raise your hands.
Now look around, right?
So pretty much the entire room, we all have someone that's telling us that we can't do this, that you're not good enough, but I'm just here to tell you that you need to push through that. Because no one is coming over on Friday when you get your paychecks to help you pay your bills, are they? So don't listen to what people have to say about you. Push through that. Listen to your why. Every single time that I would get up in the morning and I would see a status made about me, I would have messages in my folders telling me, like saying horrible things about me. And you know what? I literally overlooked that, and I just remembered that my son was sleeping in the room next to me, and that's the reason why I was getting up an hour early and going to bed an hour later than him, so that I could work this business and I could do more for our family.
I love that. I love that. Because what we have to do is realize that our struggles, guys, create opportunity. And you saw that from the very beginning. One thing that I absolutely loved about your story that I think you need to share, just very quickly, is how fast you grew. You went diamond in what?
I went diamonds in 30 days.
I mean, who's else have, right? You're probably out there thinking, all right, well, no wonder she's on that white couch. You went diamond in 30 days. But you also, when we were talking, she talked about that being a struggle. That was a struggle, and how she overcame that struggle was keeping those goals that she had in mind, and knowing that you said you were at rap party after rap party after rap party, whether you felt like it or
exactly
not.
You guys, I was tired, I was drained. There were times when I came home and Steven would get home from work and I would be going to a rap party and he would already be in bed by the time that I got home. And I remember thinking this, he always made me laugh when he said it. I would always say, well, I'll see you honey in about 2 hours it'll take for me to get this rap party done. He'd say, okay, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Because I'd be there for 4 or 5 hours chatting, rapping people, signing them up as distributors and loyal customers. But no matter if you want to go or not, get there, because that's what's going to get you to the next level.
Okay, so I love that. So as you can see, they're all sitting here on the white couch today. Okay, so how do you go from a brand new distributor with those newbie struggles to overcoming those hurdles to find the success that you're looking for, whatever that is, whether it's ruby, emerald, diamond, ambassador, or white couch mound? How do you do it? And that's what we want to talk to you about, because we want you to leave today ready to get to work, ready to really go on a mission and change your life. Not only change your life, but change all those lives that are in your life and ones that you don't even realize that are going to come into your life. leaders, we not only go through struggles ourselves, we overcome them, and we learn that really early on. To be successful, we have to do that. But we have a team that also requires that same encouragement. Kim, how do you coach your team through particular struggles when they say to you, you know what, Kim, I'm stuck. I hear all those amazing stories that you told me about, but I'm stuck. I just don't think I can do that. What do you say to them?
It's really important first for me to let them know and let you guys know that we've been there. I've been there. You're normal. You're going to have struggles. You're going to hit walls. It's just part of this business. So I think it's really important for them to understand that it's okay. We've all been there. That's the very first thing I do is it's okay. I've been there. And look what can happen if you push through it.
You're talking about validating that feeling.
Right.
Not pushing it off and saying, get over yourself, just go out there and do it.
This is such an emotional business. You know, you join this business and it's you. You're putting yourself out there, so it can be such a roller coaster. And I think it's important for us as leaders to remember what it was like, because I understand. Somebody would say, yes, and I'm up here. I can do this business. I'm going to be a millionaire. And then somebody would say, no, and I was down here. I'm a failure. This is never going to work. Why did I do this?
And isn't life that way at times, where you feel like you're on top of the world, you know, you're at the very peak of awesomeness, and then all of a sudden somebody says something or does something happens in your life, it just completely takes you out and you're down here in the valley. That's normal, guys. So coaching through that, you're validating that feeling, you're letting them know what their future looks like. And you know what, you talked a lot about, which I absolutely loved, about you just being who? Kim from Kentucky.
From Kentucky. I got this from you. I'm so normal, it's boring. Like, I'm just Kim from Kentucky. So, you know, if I can do this, you can do this. You've heard that so many times. And what makes the difference is just believing that you can and claiming it. You know, if you claim that and you run after it, there's a book called The Magic of Thinking Big, and you all need to read it. And in that book, it says, you know, when you claim this and you believe that big things are going to happen, your actions follow that. So, you know, 2 years ago, Tiffany Cunningham, my president, reminded me of this. 2 years ago, I told her, I said, Tiffany, I'm going to go make $1 million. I'm going to bring you with me. And that's exactly what has happened. You have to claim it. You have to put it out there and then run after it with everything you have. Believe it, or nobody else is going to believe you.
Gosh, I love that. I love it. You are not just Kim from Kentucky. You are an amazing girl. And you know what? You may be, right? She's amazing. And she may be so normal, she calls it boring, but you know what? That's the awesome kind of normal that I like. That's my kind of normal. So I love you. All right, Chad, talk to me a little bit about helping your team and coaching them through struggle. I know your biggest struggle as a brand new distributor, you're talking about like you wasting your time. Like, I don't know that I can give my time to that because I really don't have the time. How can I fit something else into my life? Especially if I'm not really sure it can change my life. So talk to me about how you coach that brand new distributor, or even maybe that distributor that's gotten in, you know, was on a high and now has hit a low. How do you coach them through that?
I think a really important part, because everybody comes in the business with hope. You know, we all have that in common when we first join, and it's important to understand the reasons why they join, because inevitably the reasons are going to get into a fight with their excuses. And so the reasons have to be really, really strong. And I think that's all about just building the belief. That they have to have strong belief in the product, strong belief in the company, in this industry, and then in themselves, which is the most challenging part, is really just to help people believe in themselves. And one way I look at it, and I think that all you guys up here would agree with me, is that if all of you got a letter in the mail and it said your loved one, you know, your child or your spouse or a parent has been taken, and the only way that you'll ever see them again is if you promote to Double Diamond in the next 90 days, you know, I think all of us we'd put our monthly check up there to just know that you would have no problem accomplishing that, because you would get up early every morning and you would stay up late every night because your reason would be so strong to succeed. And the only difference between anybody that's had a lot of success in this company, anybody that hasn't, is time and activity, and that activity was driven by those strong reasons.
I love that letter analogy. I absolutely love it because it's so true. People that say they don't have the money for things, people that say they don't have the time for things, it's just an excuse. And I know there are struggles, financial struggles. I know there are time struggles. But at the end of the day, if it's something that you really, really want, what are you going to do? You're going to go grab it, right? Right, Chad?
Yeah.
One thing that I love that you said too is about becoming what?
Yeah, so you have to, it's just this idea of being fearful and going through the struggle and through the process and through the valleys of becoming fearless. You know, if you look at 2 Timothy 1:7, it says, "For God has not given you a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline." So there's actually a lyric the other night that blew my mind. It said, "Love destroys fear."
I love that. And you know what? Because of love, fear is silenced. And so I love that fear can be replaced with being fearless. And thank you so much for sharing, Chad. All right, Tiffany. Even though you went diamond in 30 days, right? You were still new, and you had those struggles that you talked about and those haters. And you know what? You are coaching every day because you have a large team that's just exploding. How do you coach your team through struggles that say, you know what, Tiffany, like, that's all great for you, but, oh gosh, you know what? I'm looking here, all this amazing things that you've done. I don't fit that mold. I'm not like you. Your life must have just been super, super easy. And I just don't think I can do that.
I think that I just want to let every single person in here know, if you came here as a distributor, you are a leader, okay? Not any rank makes you a leader. You become a leader every single day by the actions and the things that you do. And so what I'm getting at is that if someone were to come up to me and say those types of things to me, I would go back to their why, what we're kind of getting at right here. I would ask them and tell them, hey, when we first started and when you joined, you told me your story. And I know your story is important to you, and I want to help you achieve that. And guys, I want us all to get the vocabulary word of I and get we. Because we are a team, we do things together. And if you want your team to go far, you've got to be the one that steps up as a leader and helps them get to where they want to be.
Hallelujah. I love that. I love that. We are a team and we work together. One thing that I love that you said about, coaching through struggles with your team is about talking about ridding excuses, because excuses will come. But excuses, as quick as they can come, they can leave. You just have to be in control of that. And so reminding them of their why. So I know life has happened and life is not perfect. We all live the life. Well, we all live the drama of life. The roller coaster, the adventure of life is not always an amazing adventure. There are down moments, and you've lived that. Will you share us just a little bit about that?
Just 2 weeks ago, I was headed to an ultrasound, and I remember laying there on the bed, and the doctor came in. I knew it wasn't good because she grabbed my hand and she said, "I'm very sorry, Tiffany, but your baby doesn't have a heartbeat." And I remember just thinking, wow, my world was just crushed. My life's been good to this point. And I remember thinking that day that, you know what, I'm going to mourn today, and I'm going to cry all day. And I did. I cried all day long. But the next day, I remember getting up, and I went on my team page, and I remember that I had a team that believes in me, that loves me, and that would never give up on me. So I'm not going to give up on them. So when I get up in the morning, I remember that those are the people that I'm fighting for. My family and for my team that trusted me when they made the decision to spend $99 that they didn't have.
You know one thing, thank you for sharing that story. It could have kept you from coming. It could have kept you from sitting on this couch and inspiring thousands of people. But you knew your struggle was created for much greater of a purpose. than staying home. Those struggles, when you live through those struggles of life, that's what inspires everybody for action. So I want you to know, thank you, Tony. I want you to know that if you want to be successful in this business, you're going to have struggles. You're going to have frustrations. You're going to have failures. You're going to have oftentimes tragedy that brings you to your knees. But what I can tell you is this. One thing that will get you through is if you let that struggle not be your continued struggle, not to define you, but to lead you to action, to let you know that you have hope to create a better tomorrow for yourself, for a better tomorrow for your family. And you know what? One key ingredient to success is one thing, and that is belief. It is believing in yourself. When nobody else believes you, when you can defy the odds, when everybody else counts you out, you count yourself in. You're an overcomer. You believe in yourself when nobody else does. I believe in you. And I want to do this just really quick. I want you to stand up. Please stand up. And I want you to look at the person next to you. And I want you to say to them, while you're giving them a high five, because this has got to have some energy, right? I believe in you. I believe in you. Do it one more time. I believe in you. Listen, it's your key ingredient for success. I believe in you, and I want everyone to know